The people who would be responsible for electing our first female president don't seem to care much about making that happen. The Pew Research Center asked its survey participants about 10 possible motivations for voting for Hillary Clinton. The least important factor of the 10 tested? The prospect of electing the first female president. Here's Aaron Blake at the Washington Post. Aaron, what's up here?
When it came to Hillary Clinton's supporters, they were asked whether the fact that she would be the first female president was a major factor for them. Only 29% said that it was. That was less than other factors, such as her personality, such as the fact that she was the Democratic nominee, and it was far less than cited things like her qualifications for the job and her experience. So I think it's just an interesting little window into how people, perhaps despite the Clinton campaign's efforts to play up the significance of her potential presidency, they're not really all that excited, or at least they don't say that they're that excited about the prospect of making her the first female president.
Did they happen to dig into why this isn't a bigger issue for voters?
Well, it's hard to say with any certainty. They didn't really delve into that too much. I personally have been following this kind of polling finding for a while now. I think it's worth comparing it to back in 2008 when we were confronted with the idea of having our first black president. If you look back then, people also didn't seem to think that was a reason for their vote. They may have thought it was a nice thing to have the first black president, but they didn't say that they were voting for President Obama because of his race. And so I think there is perhaps a little something here where people don't like the idea that they're voting for somebody simply because of something they were born with, whether it's their race or gender. Maybe it's something that they like, and they very much like the idea of a female president, but they like to think that they're voting on other things like their policy proposals and who they are as a person. So, the poll may undersell how much of a factor this actually is, but I think given the Clinton campaign has played up this fact, I think it suggests that maybe that message hasn't been